What's up everybody, it's Coach Anderson, and in today's video we're going to talk about how we can identify chemical changes. The goals of this video are to understand what a chemical change is and take a look at the types of evidence that lead to a chemical change. If you stick around to the end, you will see a great example of a chemical change demonstrated by some of my current students. Let's go ahead and get started by talking about what a chemical change is. We know a chemical change happens when two or more substances come together, they mix, and a new substance is formed with new properties. For instance, in this picture you see a bike chain. On the bike chain, iron and oxygen have reacted to form rust, which has a different texture and color than the original substance. Therefore, this is a chemical change because a new substance with new properties has formed. The biggest thing that you need to know is how to identify that a chemical change has occurred. Now, some of the evidences of a chemical change include things like the production of a gas. Now, in class, we mixed two chemicals together and we saw bubbles or fizzing start to appear. And there was a new smell or odor, right? The production of a gas indicated that a new substance has formed and that there was a chemical change. Also, a change in thermal energy indicates that a chemical change is happening. If something gets hotter or colder, that's a chemical change. If a solid forms when we mix two things together, we call that a precipitate. The production of a precipitate is a chemical change. Lastly, a color change, or more specifically, an unexpected color change, may also indicate that a new substance has formed and that a chemical change has occurred. So yeah, that's it. That's what you need to know, right? Some of the evidences of a chemical change include things like the production of a gas, an unexpected color change, a change in thermal energy, and the production of a precipitate. And once again, a precipitate is a solid that forms when we mix two substances. What I want you to do right now is pause this video and take a few moments to match up the evidences with the observations in this table. All right, go ahead and pause the video and take a moment to think. All right, well, here's the answers. Go ahead, see how you did. You know when you ask that question, like, why are we even learning this? Is it even important? Well, guess what? There's some really good examples of how chemical changes impact your everyday life. For example, every time you eat, your body has to digest the food, which is a chemical change. So, what other chemical changes can you think of that happen all the time? If you made it this far to the video, go ahead and comment an example of a chemical change in the section below. Now I'm going to hand this video over to some of your classmates so they can do a brief experiment that demonstrates a chemical change happening. Now, as you watch them do this demonstration, I want you to think in your mind what evidence supports the idea that a chemical change might be occurring. You can use the mnemonic City Girls Love Their Phones to help you come up with supporting evidence for why a chemical change has occurred.
What's good, Sigmas? So we are going to be doing an experiment with baking soda and vinegar and something else. So put the chemicals inside.
Yeah.
Put some water in.
Vinegar.
Type. Right.
Okay, so then we put some, and then we need to add a little bit more, just a little bit.
All right. Then
We put
baking
soda.
Baking soda.
We put like two.
It will make I think a chemical change.
Yeah, it's gonna make a chemical
I
change.
think
A
it's
little bit
like
more?
bubble.
Or like
Gas.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
no!
Oh my god!
It's a volcano.
Oh my god,
We're gonna
guys, it's gonna
explode.
explode. Wait, touch it.
What does it smell like, guys?
Bro, it's cold.
Oh my gosh, it's cold. That's a chemical change,
smell
y'all.
it.
Chemical change
change.
in process.
This is a temperature change because it got colder and it's a new substance and
It's a chemical change too.
yeah.
It's also a chemical change
as well.
because it's gassy and it's like
creating
fizzing.
bubbles and
Yep.
yeah.
Type.
Peace. Peace, guys.
All right, so as you saw in the video, When we mixed baking soda and vinegar together, we observed a chemical change. This is because two different substances came together to form a new substance with new properties. When we mixed baking soda and vinegar, we saw bubbles and fizzing start to happen, which led us to know a gas was produced. Also, we noticed that the beaker got colder, so there was a change in temperature or a change in thermal energy. Now, an easy way for you to remember how to identify the evidences of a chemical change are by using the mnemonic, City Girls Love Their Phones. We know a chemical change has happened when there's an unexpected color change, when a gas is produced, when there's light that's produced, or a change in thermal energy or temperature, as well as when a precipitate is formed. And remember, a precipitate is a solid. I want to thank you all for watching today. Remember, you're smart, you're brave, and you are capable of being successful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.